Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the Radico Khaitan Q4 FY25 Result Conference Call hosted by Dolat Capital Markets Private Limited. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touch-tone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Himanshu Shah from Dolat Capital Markets Private Limited. Thank you and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Navya. Good afternoon, everyone. At this moment, we would like to thank Radico Khaitan management team for providing Dolat Capital with the opportunity to host the Q4 FY25 earnings call. We have with us the senior leadership team from the Radico Khaitan, Mr. Abhishek Khaitan, MD and CEO, Mr. Amar Sinha, Chief Operating Officer, Mr. Dilip Bantya, Chief Financial Officer, and Mr. Sanjeev Banga, President, International Business. I will now hand over the call to Mr. Abhishek Khaitan, MD and CEO, for his opening remarks. Over to you, sir.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us on our Q4 FY25 results conference call. There has been a major development regarding the much-anticipated UK free trade agreement last evening. While we await the fine print, I'd like to provide a broader perspective before diving into the details of our Q4 results. Given the strong growth of our whiskey portfolio, including Sangam, Royal Ranthambore, After Dark, and 8 PM Premium Black Whisky, we are among the largest importers of bulk Scotch for blending purposes. Our Scotch import in FY26 are projected to exceed rupees 250 crores in landed price, inclusive of import duties. Any reduction in these duties will translate into meaningful cost saving for us. Luxury spirits are a lifestyle category and pricing plays a crucial role in shaping consumer aspirations. We do not anticipate altering our pricing strategy as our brands hold a perceived value that resonates with consumers, positioned at a premium compared to existing brands. Our product competes not only with the global brands in India, but also internationally. Over the years, each of our luxury brands has carved out a distinct identity. This development is a welcome move and will significantly contribute to our premiumization journey as we continue to focus on creating more luxury brands. The first quarter of FY26 marks an exciting milestone as we prepare to introduce two luxury brands, projects that have been under development for 2 years. These launches represent a major leap in Radico Khaitan's premiumization journey, reinforcing our confidence that the best is yet to come. Now, moving on to the quarterly performance. Building on the strong momentum from the third quarter, Radico Khaitan delivered an impressive 28% volume growth in Q4 FY25, our highest quarterly growth in the past 3 years. FY25 has been the best year in our history on all key financial metrics, with highest ever turnover of 4,851 crores, EBITDA of 668 and PAT of 341 crores. FY25 was truly a year of transformation for Radico Khaitan, fueled by a commitment to expanded backward integration, enhanced distribution capabilities including on-trade, a robust innovation pipeline and impactful consumer engagement. Our flagship premium brand, Magic Moments Vodka, has crossed the milestone of 7 million cases during the financial year, a true testament to its growing popularity. Adding to this momentum, we are thrilled to welcome Kriti Sanon as our brand ambassador. With her charisma, style and widespread appeal, this partnership is set to elevate Magic Moments to unprecedented heights, redefining the benchmark for premium vodka in India. Continuing our commitment to innovation, we unveiled 8 PM Premium Black in a bold new look design to elevate brand imagery while showcasing its distinctive product story, crafted around the harmony of 8 select notes. Furthermore, within the first half of the year, we will also enter the super premium whiskey segment, strengthening our presence in high growth categories and setting new benchmarks in excellence. While innovation remains the cornerstone of our strategy, our immediate priorities center on strengthening our existing portfolio, making targeted marketing investments, and expanding our distribution network. Looking ahead, we are poised for a strong double-digit growth in the prestige and above category, enhanced profitability, and a persistent focus on cash flow generation, all driving long-term value creation for our shareholders. With this, I would now like to hand over the call to our CFO for a detailed operation and financial review. Thank you, and over to you, Dilip.
Thank you, Abhishek. Thank you everyone for joining us on this call today. During Q4 of financial year 25, we reported a total IMFL volume of 9.15 million cases, representing a growth of 28% on year-on-year basis. This is the highest ever volume recorded by Radico Khaitan in a quarter. Prestige and above category volume grew by 17%. In value terms, the P&A category registered 22% growth. IMFL realization increased by 4.6% on year-on-year basis. Value category volume was impacted due to certain state-specific industry-related issues and ongoing strategic rationalization of the portfolio, which has now returned to a sharp growth trajectory. This was due to a lower base coupled with normalization of state-specific industry issues. Changes in route to the market in Andhra Pradesh contributed 1,500 basis points to our overall volume growth. It is important to highlight that the prestige and above segment, excluding Andhra, the growth has been higher. The recent RTM changes in Andhra Pradesh has progressed well, promoting stability, predictability in the regulatory environment. As a result, we have seen strong traction for our brand portfolio and gained market share from 10% in the first half to over 17% in Q3 and now 23% in Q4, which is highest in the industry. We quickly adapted to the changing environment and created capacity to capitalize on this industry opportunity. Gross margin during the quarter was 43.5% compared to 41% in Q4 of last year and 43% in Q3 of financial year 25. Gross margin improved both on year-on-year basis and quarter-on-quarter basis due to the ongoing premiumization in IMFL business, coupled with relatively stable raw material scenario. We are optimistic that pricing scenario for ENA and grain will remain stable going forward during financial year 26. Ad spend is within our targeted range of 7 to 8%. It has been higher during the quarter due to new celebrity engagement and other new brand-related spends. Interest costs increased sequentially due to higher working capital utilization during the quarter. However, we have seen significant liquidation of inventory in Q4. Furthermore, we have also realized significant debtor toward the end of the quarter, resulting in debt reduction of 114 crore over last year. Going forward, our focus will be on driving profitable growth along with cash flow generation and more efficient working capital management, resulting into debt reduction. With this, now we open the house for Q&A. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touch-tone phone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Abneesh from Nuvama. Please go ahead.
Yeah, congratulations on very good volume growth. My first question is on your first statement on FTA. So wanted to understand this, it's a competitive market. For example, in Karnataka, where the state government has cut taxes in the premium spirit, obviously most of the players have passed it to end customer. So in this scenario, when the raw material of Scotch becomes cheaper, two scenarios can be there. One, because it's competitive, the players could cut prices so that it becomes affordable, and because they have higher gross margins, they will be in a position to cut. I note your comment that you don't think pricing cut will happen given it's a premium brand, but I just wanted to check on that. And second is, could some state governments in compensation, because they suddenly see that prices have reduced in many states, then can they increase taxes on their own, because state governments need more revenue, and this is one of the ways to achieve that? That's first question.
So I'll take the question. So first of all, I must say that the FTA with UK has been a very progressive and favorable step that the government of India has taken, and the government needs to be congratulated for the same. As far as the alcobev sector is concerned, see, custom duty reduction will result in a 6 to 8% consumer price from MRP reduction. Now, in the premium and luxury segment, most international brands of repute are already present in the country. It is very unlikely that reputed foreign brands will reduce their price for this small benefit of 6 to 8% to the ultimate consumer. This would also, in fact, dilute the imagery of the premium brands. The companies are likely to mop up this saving and save on their costs rather. That's our understanding of the situation. There is a chance that there might be some smaller companies with smaller Scotch whisky brands that may come in, but as far as the premium and luxury segment consumer is concerned, there is really no market and traction for cheap Scotches. So for Radico, cheap Scotch whiskies are no competition to us. Now, with regard to Radico's perspective on business, Radico has always, if you see our track record, in the last few years, we have believed in pricing all our products above the market leader in every category, irrespective of what the price position is for international brands or any other brands in India. The example is very clear. If you see the pricing of Jaisalmer, Royal Ranthambore, Rampur, we are priced much ahead of the competitors. We are creating a portfolio of the best Indian brands, and therefore we do not anticipate any change in our pricing strategy or price positioning. So, truly speaking, we see FTA as a big win for India and companies like Radico, which are making India proud and taking it to the world. Radico, as Mr. Abhishek Khaitan mentioned a little while ago, that we plan to import bracted malt Scotch to the extent of 250 crores in FY26 for blending with our products. And that reduction, if it happens, which is likely to happen, will give us substantial cost advantages and a margin uptick. So hence, it's a net positive for Radico. Your second question was whether state excise departments will raise duties. See, state excise departments have the autonomy to make price changes on their local taxes because liquor is a state subject matter. But then we need to see. Because every state government today is looking for increasing sales and collecting more. It has been seen in the past that whenever you raise prices beyond the point, it affects the brands adversely. So I don't think it's very difficult to comment as of now. Let's wait and watch.
Sir, one quick follow-up on this. When is the earliest date when your raw material becomes cheaper in terms of Scotch? Any clarity on that?
So it depends when the notification will come out. So that only the government knows. As of now, there's no clarity.
No, my question was not only from a notification date, that was also there. Do you have some forward contracts or inventory which could delay that, and by how much?
No. The question is the inventory in pipeline is normal inventory, and as and when it is made applicable, after which the import will attract lesser duty, the cost will come down based on that.
So just to be very precise, we are not holding huge stocks at all.
Sure. Last question. In Andhra, if you could tell us, in terms of the overall industry scale up post the new reforms, anything you want to highlight there, and how do you see FY26 in Andhra?
So let me tell you, Andhra, as we have just mentioned, has progressed very well with the new excise policy and route to market change. What is actually happening now is that the market has started to stabilize. It's picking up. And in the previous year, in fact, 60% of the business was with local players. But in the current regime right now, 60% of the business is with national players and organized players. So it's actually progressing very well. And we hope that the market will not only stabilize, but it will from here on continue to grow. New brands are likely to be introduced with the tender that is going to open sometime shortly. And we hope to do well in that. Secondly, most important point is as far as Radico is concerned, we have a market share now which is 23%, which earlier in H1 was 10%, in Q3 it went up to 17%, and now it's 23%. We are the largest players, and this actually supports the point that the consumer there was looking for national and organized players to come in. So that's benefiting us as a company. Our volume growth overall is 28% all India, and substantial growth is also being contributed by AP for all organized brands.
Sure, thanks. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Anil Shah from Insightful Investments. Please go ahead.
Hi. So just wanted to get a sense on, if you could, on your raw material scenario, has the broken rice from the government's Food Corporation of India started? And generally, how has the raw material situation been in terms of pricing and availability is concerned? And second question is on the Delhi opening up, if you could throw some light in terms of how that state is shaping up. Thank you.
So as far as the raw material scenario is concerned, after the government announced in this phase the Food Corporation rice available for ethanol, to the extent the demand from the market has gone to the government, HCI, godowns. And that has resulted into the softening of the prices which were in the range of around 27,500 to 28,000 has come down to around 25,000 now. Okay, so it is a good development, and at this this has also impacted the other key raw material like maize, etc. and all that. So that has also seen a correction of 2,000 rupees approximately per ton. What is your second question?
On Delhi opening up, sir, how is that state shaping up? I mean, any progress on that side?
No, so let me tell you, the Delhi policy is right now the way it was last year, and the existing policy has been extended for another 3 months. Hopefully in July we'll see the new policy. As a company, we feel that the policy will benefit all national and organized brands.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Harit Kapoor from Investec India. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi, good evening. So just had three questions. In light of the recent development yesterday, is there you had a FY26 target of 500 crores for the super premium luxury portfolio. Do you believe that, it's kind of wait and watch whether that can be achieved, given that, you might see some changes in the competitive environment in the next 12 months, or do you believe that that is something that you're still very confident of hitting?
See, in the current year, we've achieved 340 crores and we've grown by 32%. And in our luxury portfolio, like the way Royal Ranthambore is growing month on month, and also how Jaisalmer and Rampur, and especially with the two new introduction, we are very confident that we'll surpass 500 crores.
Fantastic. The second point was on the debt side. So, we are at up to about close to 600 crores of net debt. Just wanted to get your sense of, I know there's a 2-year plan of going to zero, almost zero. In FY26, is there a kind of target that you'll halve this number, or anything that you can give a sense on?
So, Harit, actually, as the debt is coming down now, and we see in 2 years, so it is next year 26 around 35-40% further, and then year after that almost zero.
Got it. And last thing, was on the commodity environment. I mean, in the current context, do you see, bulk scotch has obviously become cheaper. On ENA and grain has already also become cheaper. So on ENA and glass, both of those elements, do you see a kind of a stable environment for the next 6 to 12 months, at least from where we are right now? Is that the right way to think about it?
So ENA till now has been stable, but grain has definitely given this thing, and our main input in alcohol. We have a large grain alcohol capacity also. So there the advantage of the cost being coming down and all that will come. So ENA, actually when the grain price has gone up, has also not gone too high as compared to what the grain price has gone. So let us see, it's a demand and supply scenario, but we don't definitely foresee any pressure or inflation on that in 26.
Got it. Wish you all the best. Those are my questions.
Glass has seen some correction, and that correction has been twice in last year. It was 3-4%. Those kind of corrections were there, and now the scenario looks like they are also stable.
Great. Thanks. All the best.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Vishal Gutka from ASK Investment Managers. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, team. Congrats on a good set of numbers. Two questions from my side. I think on Andhra Pradesh, you achieved 23% market share. So any further opportunities there to improve the market share from here onwards? Because although 23% is a very high number. And ancillary question is that any states we are expecting route to market changes, like maybe in Bihar, the elections are there, and there's a change, and Delhi definitely, as you highlighted. So any other state where you're expecting any changes in route to market or policy changes?
So, as far as Andhra is concerned, we are becoming stronger with our whiskies, like After Dark, which is in the deluxe segment, which obviously means that we are getting a stronger distribution base. Now, as Mr. Abhishek Khaitan mentioned, that we have 2 luxury whiskies, 1 super premium whiskey on the cards over the next 6 months, and 2 luxury products in the first quarter. I think with new products coming in, new existing whiskies becoming stronger, there is a strong chance that our market shares may further improve.
Got it.
And as far as your question of regulatory changes, we see Delhi being in near future, West, I think, as and when it happens.
It's Bihar, like the prohibition with the election is favorable, then maybe prohibition goes away, which is very good.
Yeah. And so this ancillary question on UP market. So UP market has gone a lot of policy changes in last quarter, and I think the new policy is coming. So if you can just broadly highlight what has happened in the new policy, how is the performance in the month of April, if you can broadly highlight for UP market?
UP, in fact, the best thing that has happened in UP with the new excise policy is that you've got composite shops which have come up, which has expanded the universe of outlets by almost 40%. Another big advantage that has accrued to the industry is that in IMFL, the wholesalers are now paying the excise duty, which means that the industry is lowering its working capital requirement, which is a big plus. This also means that any organized company like Radico or an established player like Radico will reap huge benefits because the traction for fast-moving brands will be much more because wholesaler would like to pay cash and rotate it faster. So that's a very big plus which has happened. I think with the increase in universe, Radico certainly is very optimistic that the market share will also improve. So that's a big win. And in Q4 itself, Radico has seen a 37% growth in P&A segment, and the market share actually has improved to 29% in Q4, from 23 to 29%.
That's a very big number, sir. Okay.
Yes.
Great, sir. Wishing you all the best for future quarters. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Akhilesh Bhattar from Ikigai Asset Management. Please go ahead.
Hi team, congratulations on a good set. I just had a question on the margin side. So when do you expect to catch up to your previous peak margin levels that we had seen in FY20, FY21, and with the headwind that we have right now in terms of the UK FTA deal and other headwinds? So what are the tailwinds that you foresee, and what is the timeline for that you're foreseeing as to the catch up for margins? Thank you.
So we have improved the EBITDA margin as well as gross margin in this year, FY25 versus FY24. The EBITDA margin is almost improved by 150 basis points. And with the kind of growth in our brand portfolio and P&A being spearheading the growth in FY26 and onward also. So we see a continuous improvement in our EBITDA margin. I think 100 basis point minimum EBITDA margin improvement will be there, and after that we will have to see how much is the benefit accrued through the scotches and all that. So these are actually our business model is tuned to improve the margins in continuous for 3 years.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Bhavdeep Vora from Franklin Templeton Asset Management India. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. I just wanted to understand, with this reduction in the import duty for the imported scotch. So, when one thinks from the perspective of state government, so in terms of the collection of revenue, so whether their revenue collection per bottle is higher in some of this BIO, BII stuff, or it would be more like, say, the Indian on the prestige side, like the P&A, the prestige and above segment. So how does both this compare? So just trying to understand that in terms of what does this do to the competitiveness of the premium Indian IMFL basically compared to imported spirits. So maybe your perspective on that would be helpful.
So right now, see, the BIO sector is not very huge in the country. In an industry of 400 million, basically 5 million cases is the BII and BIO market. So it's a small niche segment which is growing, of course. But really, if you ask me, any tax changes it doesn't impact and is not comparable with what one gets from the semi-premium and premium segment. In fact, the premium segment in India itself is 18 million cases, and the deluxe segment is approximately 70 million cases.
Oh, okay.
So the tax collections obviously are much huge.
No, sure. That's fine. But right, so from an incremental perspective, right, so if say basically BIO becomes more competitive, right, so maybe, now reaching probably 2,000 rupees or even below price points in some of the states. So does consumer shift from, say, the Indian to the top end of India's premium to some of this imported stuff? And does it kind of is more accretive to government, or how does it matter? In terms of how does it work for their revenues?
I just mentioned to you a little while ago that, see, this duty reduction at the current rate from 150 to 75 will only give relief by 6 to 8% on the consumer price side. So that's not a very big reduction actually, if you calculate. And we don't foresee the foreign brands reducing the price of premium brands for this 7-8%, because it dilutes the image of such premium brands.
Okay. But it also kind of calls for, bringing the duties down to 40% over 10 years. So, incrementally there is
so
going to
we
be
cross the bridge as it comes, because by then Indian brands are now reaching out to the world, and in the next 10 years we don't. Yeah, Indian single malts would be forced to reckon with globally, which is already started happening. And if you see last year, Indian single malt sold more than all the international malt whiskies in the country.
Okay, great. Thanks. That's it from my side.
Thank you. Participants who wish to ask questions may please press star and 1 at this time. I repeat, participants interested in asking questions may please press star and 1 at this time. Next question is from the line of Palak from MIB Investment Management. Please go ahead.
Hi. So my question is again on the update on UK.
Sorry, your voice is not clear.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, a little better then. Yeah. Tell us.
Again on the UK FTA. So I understand that you're very concerned about the pricing aspect.
So sorry to interrupt you. Your voice is still not clear. Can't hear you at all.
Is it clear now?
No. Could you speak little louder, please?
Am I audible now?
Sorry, ma'am, you are not audible. You might want to reconnect actually.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Abhijit Kundu from Antique Stock Broking. Please go ahead.
Hi. Congratulations on a very strong set of numbers, and thanks for the opportunity. So my first question was, the raw material, the backward integration that you had done for raw material. With the broken rice prices now correcting by about 10%, maize prices also lower. What would be, there was an expectation that you would save about 12 to 13 rupees per liter on your raw material. So where are we now, and what could be the kind of savings that can happen in FY26?
So the raw material side, as your question is regarding make versus buy, the delta was around 12-13 rupees 3 years back. After that, it has reduced to 3 to 4 rupees, and now it is stabilizing between 7 to 8 rupees. And we see that this kind of this thing will remain, and this is a stable scenario.
Okay, this would be the stable scenario. And you are planning to repay your debt in 2 years' time, backed by the cash flow generation, right? I mean, by FY27. In this year, I just wanted that clarification. in FY26, you would reduce your current debt by about 30-40%, and the rest of it you would reduce in FY27. Is that right, or it would take about 3 years?
That's correct.
So it will be, I mean, you would be debt-free in 2 years' time, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And so another, you are launching products, 2 new products in luxury segment. But there was what happens in the upper prestige segment? Because there was an expectation that you would launch something, you would target to launch something in the upper prestige segment, in the segment where the likes of Antiquity, Blenders Pride, Signature, they are there. So any plans on that?
So I think we just mentioned to you that before the end of H1, we are already ready to launch the super premium segment actually, which is on the cards. And it's a huge segment of 18 million cases, which we are targeting, growing at double-digit rate.
Okay. No, I had heard that, but I misinterpreted it. I thought that super premium would be like in the leagues of blended scotch, or for that matter, Royal Ranthambore.
No.
So that is basically upper prestige segment, which you are talking about.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, that's it for me. Thanks.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Pankaj Kumar from Kotak Securities. Please go ahead.
Yes, thanks for taking my question, and congrats on good set of numbers. Question pertains to, again, on the new launches that we are looking at. So which are the categories where we believe would be the potential or maybe the future opportunity to launch new categories? 18 million cases, one where you talked about.
So we are actually launching in the whiskey segment, which is the super premium whiskey that we are talking about.
Okay.
And that's an 18 million cases market. And that comes before the end of H1. And then we are launching 2 luxury products in Q1 itself.
Okay. So with these launches, you believe you would be done with the new launches, or this exercise continue in future?
So with this 3 launches, which will be 2 in first quarter and 1 in first half, I think we, for the time being, are done with. However, the pipeline always continues to be there, but we have to see the justice to the brand launch and with the distribution.
So let me clarify this question of yours. See, Radico in the last 1 decade has always been working on innovations, market research, coming out with new products, filling the gaps, and this practice will continue. We are always doing a research in the market and trying to build on new luxury products. But here on, anything that we do in the years ahead will only be upscaling. We'll keep upscaling our price and category as well. Next, please.
Outstanding amount. So any update on that?
No, your voice
we couldn't hear you actually. Could you repeat the question?
Fine, sir. Yeah. So question is on the Telangana, the outstanding amount that we had from the Telangana state. So any update on that?
Yes. So first of all, the positive side is that the Telangana government, for all the current supplies, has been paying us regularly within the specified period. So there is nothing to worry on the receivable side for all current supplies. We had some old outstanding dues which have started being released since last month. So that is also falling in line.
So what would be the current outstanding, including that the dues that we had?
So current outstanding, actually the overdue which are of the past period is within the 100 crore, rupees 100 crores below 100 crores.
Okay.
We are the lowest in the industry.
Okay. So my last question is on the regular category. So of course, we have seen in this quarter, we have seen very strong growth due to the RTM in AP market. How do you see FY26 in terms of growth guidance for regular category? That's my last question. Thank you.
See, what we expect, our concentration is more on the P&A category, which we are confident that it will be 15% plus. And regular industrial the volumes are back, so I think regular also should grow 12 to 13%.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Sanjay Manyal from DAM Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Congratulations on good set of numbers. Just one question I have. Largely, the way your volumes have been growing, you think that you would require to take another round of capex for the further sort of increasing capacity for ENA?
See, about last 2 years back, we had put up a Sitapur unit, which is one of the largest in Asia. And with this, I think we are quite self-sufficient for the next 3 to 4 years.
Okay. Perfect. And just on the FTA front, though most of the questions have been asked on that, but which brand specifically would be in the price range where most of the foreign brands are, where you will be competing with most of the foreign brands of BIO category or BII category?
So we have Royal Ranthambore, which has been priced 100 rupees higher than the largest selling Scotch whisky brand, and we are growing by 50%. And this brand is the brand of the future, and we see great potential.
Okay. Perfect. That's all from me.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Anurag Jain, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. Am I audible?
Yes.
So the previous participant's question on Telangana, there was an echo when management was speaking, so it was not clear. I'll just repeat the question. Like, how is Telangana? How are we placed in Telangana in terms of sales and outstanding receivables?
So as far as Telangana is concerned, outstanding today is not so much of an issue. Whatever we are supplying, we are getting paid within the specified credit period. As far as old outstandings are concerned, we have the lowest overdue old outstanding, which is below 100 crores. And since last month, the government has started paying us that as well. We are hoping that Telangana as a state will perform better now because people are getting paid on time. So the industry will grow. We are anyway growing in that state.
All right. Thank you. I have one more question on the export segment. How has been the exports performance of the company for FY25 versus FY24?
See, FY24, we had reached a record level. That was the highest ever. Fortunately, we exceeded that in FY25 and we further grew. Current export in terms of volume is about 5% of the total business, and in terms of value is about 9%, and it continues to grow.
All right, sir. Thank you. Sir, the Australian FTA was signed about 3 years ago. How has been Radico's experience in terms of, getting market access to Australia? Has the FTA really helped, or it's still something work in progress?
See, in terms of FTA, it was primarily on the wine.
In terms of our exports to Australia, we do export our luxury portfolio, which is our single malt and Jaisalmer gin. In terms of our rest of the whiskey or the rum portfolio, Australia also has certain non-tariff barriers in terms of aging and maturation, and the Indian whiskey do not qualify for that. So we have been in discussion with them on removing these non-tariff barriers.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Vishal Gutka from ASK Investment Managers. Please go ahead.
Yeah. I think two questions. First, on the regular segment, I think we have seen a bumper growth in the quarter. So what shall be our expectation for FY26 given that Andhra policy changes would have helped? Shall we expect 20% plus growth in the regular segment? And second question is on Indian Single Malt Association. I think Radico is also a part of it. So just want to check from you what measures as an association we are taking so that there is no manipulation done by other new entrants who are entering this space. Thank you.
So I'll take the regular question. So first of all, we must say that after 9 quarters of a bad period for the regular segment, from Q3 of last year, the regular segment has started kind of bouncing back. Right now, since the previous 9 quarters were bad, though there is a low base, so the growth in the next 2 quarters would be healthy. And there were many issues relating to specific states with regard to the industry. That's also normalizing. RTM change in AP has brought the sales back, which we see stabilizing in the year ahead. So, as we guided earlier, sometime back, we hope to see the regular industry growing at about 10 to 12% or 12 to 13% in the times ahead.
For Radico. In terms of the Indian Malt Whisky Association, Indian single malt is still a very nascent category. So the 4 founding members who are the pioneers and who've been promoting and working really, really hard in creating this category felt there is a need to set certain standards and norms to protect the authenticity and the goodwill of Indian single malt. So that's what the main objective is of this. And as we go along, we're in discussion with various government authorities to set certain specifications and standards for Indian single malts so that everyone conforms to that and we do not dilute the equity and the brand image of Indian single malts in the global market.
Okay. Great. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Palak from MIV Investment Management. Please go ahead.
Hi. Thank you for the opportunity. Am I clear now?
Yeah. Please go on.
So my question is again on the UK FTA. So I completely understand your point that there's not going to be any pricing pressure. But my question is...
Your voice is not clear. UK FTA.
My question is that is this a welcome move for other players to enter the Indian market, considering this has a very huge potential? I was listening to your morning interview in which you mentioned that you consider marketing and distribution as a very big strength of Radico. So can the player enter the market by collaborating with a national pan-India player? I mean, is this there is going to be a much more choices for the customers, so we might see an increase in the competitive intensity in the segment? I just want to know your thoughts on this.
So, if I understand you correctly, you're asking, can those can the foreign brands, the smaller brands, take up national distribution with Indian players? Is that right?
Yeah, in partnership with the national players.
No. So let me tell you, today, as far as Indian players are concerned, national players are concerned, Radico is the largest, and there are one or two other players. But today, I think the possibility of any smaller company coming and taking up with them seems to be remote. So we don't see that as much of a threat. And they will not be brands which are of significant value, because they would be amongst the largest selling brands which are already present in India.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Thank you. As we have no more questions, we close the call and hand over to the management for closing comments.
So moving forward, we will continue to deliver a strong P&A volume growth driven by our diverse brand portfolio. Secondly, we will further develop our luxury brand portfolio, which will see a major contributor to our profitability. Furthermore, we are focused on ensuring that the capacities operate at efficient as far as possible. This will enable us to generate cash, repay debt, and return cash to the shareholder. We look forward to interacting with you on our next earnings call. In the meanwhile, if you have any queries, please follow up with us. Please feel free to write to us. Thank you.
On behalf of Dolat Capital Markets Private Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.